In that moment, Ted already knew something was wrong. He didn't even need to open the email. One look at his boss's face was enough. Why does this keep happening, he thought. He worked hard. He stayed late. But somehow, things never really got better. Ted expected to get scolded for staying late again. But his boss just said calmly, "You don't have to stay late anymore, Ted." For a second, Ted felt relieved. Then his boss placed a folder on the desk. Because whether you stay or not, the results are still the same. That hit harder than any yelling ever could. So it wasn't that he wasn't trying hard enough. It was that he wasn't working effectively. Ted's workdays were always in reaction mode. A problem shows up, fix it. New task comes in, jump on it. No time to stop and ask why the same issues kept coming back. Like his weekly reports. Every week, the feedback was the same. Good effort, but it's missing focus. So Ted would just rewrite sections, add more data, polish the wording. But he never really asked what focus actually meant. He was treating symptoms, not the real cause. And without realizing it, he was running faster and faster in the same circle. One night, Ted got a message from Barney, his old college friend he hadn't seen in years. They met at a small coffee shop near campus, talking about work, life, all the usual stuff. Then Ted started opening up more than he planned to. "I'm not slacking. I really am trying," he said. "But the harder I work, the more stuck I feel." Barney thought for a moment, then asked, "Before you start a project, do you clearly define what you're trying to improve? Or are you mostly just trying to survive the deadline?" Ted paused. "Honestly, I just try to get it done." Barney grabbed a napkin and wrote, P. Plan doesn't mean listing tasks. It means deciding what exactly you want to improve. Then D. Do try one approach seriously. Then C. Check. Look at the result and ask, did it actually get better? Why or why not? And finally, A. Act. If it didn't work, change the approach. Don't just push harder. Ted nodded, but deep down he was thinking, this sounds nice, but I don't have time for theory. I need results. Still, Ted decided to try PDCA. He made more detailed plans, followed checklists, tracked progress every day. But the results barely improved. Ted texted Barney, "I don't think this PDCA thing works for me." Barney replied, "When things didn't improve, what did you change?" Ted stopped. "Nothing. I just tried harder." Barney wrote back, "Then you only did P and D. You skipped C and A." That's when it hit Ted. He was repeating the same approach, just in a more organized way. No learning, no real change. This time, Ted tried something different. Before starting his report, he asked his manager, "What part of this matters most to you?" After sending a draft, he asked a coworker, "Which part is confusing?" He started using check to find what needed to change, not just to see if he passed or failed. And then he actually acted on it. He changed the structure, changed the visuals, changed the way he approached the task. Not working more, working differently. That report got much better feedback. His manager said, "This is a big improvement." Ted finally relaxed. "Okay, maybe I figured it out." Then the next project came, and the client changed all the requirements. Old Ted would have tried to patch the old plan and push through. This time, he stopped. He went to his manager and said, "I don't think our current plan fits anymore. We should change direction now." That was when Ted finally understood. PDCA doesn't stop you from making mistakes. It helps you stop repeating them. And more importantly, it gives you permission to change course early, not after it's too late. From then on, Ted worked in smaller cycles. Clear goals, try an approach, check the result early, adjust quickly. He no longer waited until the end of a project to realize something was wrong. Progress wasn't instant, but each cycle was better than the last. Ted later texted Barney, "Turns out I never lacked effort. I just didn't know how to learn from my own work." Barney replied, "PDCA won't make you perfect. It just makes sure you're not standing still." Ted looked at the PDCA circle in his notebook, and it finally made sense. Success doesn't come from getting it right the first time. It comes from being willing to fix what's wrong, again and again. And that loop never really ends.